Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. This is the third episode of the Warlock gameplay, and if you watched the previous two episodes, you'll know that we did use the boost in the game, and so we went from a small level to more or less outland level with the Warlock, and of course that I am playing with a friend. So we are continuing our little questing here in Hellfire Peninsula, and so the point of this is to obviously level up and of course enjoy the game. So a quick little background here with regards to my friend here that I'm playing with. We used to play this game quite a lot. We were friends in actual life. We know each other in actual life, knew each other in actual life, and we played the game for a long time, but then I pretty much went off of it. Now the funny thing is, when that happened, we kind of fell out of communication for quite a while, and then recently with the new content that I started to add on the channel, particularly the World of Warcraft content, he saw that I was doing that. He asked me what realm I was on, and so we basically met up in game after I'd say 10 years, so something like that. Anyways, so yeah, we are good friends. We've been good friends for a long time, and it's quite nice to actually be playing this game together. Funny thing is, his main was, I believe, a paladin and a warrior, so this is a bit of a throwback to the good old days when I played a warlock and he played a tank, both on a warrior and on a paladin. So very much so a throwback. I didn't really expect it to end up like this in this scenario, but you know what, I do not regret it. It is a good game. I am enjoying it, and it's nice to be able to chill with my friend. And yeah, it's one of those things. It's amazing. There are so many stories I could probably tell about World of Warcraft, how it had impacted my life, and it had an impact on my life, to be fairly honest. If anything, this is probably one of the games that did have an impact on my life, and I bet anything, I mean, I know the story, but I'm not going to say it, not my place to do so, but I can tell you that this game has also had a massive impact on my friend, people that he met in real life and stuff like that. So I suppose, in a sense, World of Warcraft to me and to my friend is, at this point, I suppose, more than just a game that we play. It has had quite life-changing impact on us, if that makes sense. Now, yes, I did walk away from it at one point, but I'm back in the game, and what is really interesting, it seems like it's been a full circle where I'm back in, we're playing again, just as if time hasn't changed. Of course, we're both, you know, I suppose a lot more mature now. We both have things to do, a family to look after, stuff like that, but it's really nice to see and interact with my friend. And you know what, this has all been possible due to this game, so I am really appreciative of the good stuff that have come of this. So if you're watching this, know that this is where I'm at right now. This is why I'm playing this character, taking a break from the paladin, and it's nice to have a break. And you know what, going back to the warlock that I'm playing, I'm actually enjoying it, and it's surprising how how powerful the warlock actually is. I mean, I can take down quite a few characters in game with it and really not struggle at all. Saying that though, if you notice, my spells are missing, so every time I do miss a spell because of the NPCs that I'm fighting being of a higher level, that does of course mean I lose out on mana, because I do use mana to cast it, which kind of sucks, but hey, this is how the world works, eh? So we are going to be doing this quest with regards to kind of setting blaze to these towers. There are 4 of them. Now, when I did this on the paladin, it was a bit challenging because there were a lot of NPCs here. They respawned really quickly. There were people doing the same thing, and so the game has a very interesting mechanic. It sort of reads what the environment, what's happening in the environment, and if there aren't any NPCs in an area, it will then force quicker spawn rates on that area, so that people questing in there can do their quests. So that is a mechanic that's always been in the game. And so what happens is when you get too many people here doing the exact same quest, you'll end up with things spawning on top of you, which can become a bit frustrating. And so that is the scenario that happened with me with the Warlock. Don't get me wrong, I died a couple of times in this area, but it was still a pleasant experience. This is Outlands, it's nice, and there is actually, when you go from the, I suppose, World of Warcraft Classic to this, there is a, by this time, of course, I'm referring to Burning Crusade. There is actually a bit of a difference in difficulty, especially if you go in at level 58. Oh, this is not going to end too well for me, is it? See if I can, yeah. Yep, there's the end of me. My friend's not doing too well, he's out of mana. So, yeah, we ended up in a scenario where things just overran us. I mean, I took out quite a few of them, but yeah, whoopsies. Anyways, it's time to do the Walk of Shame back to my corpse and give that another go. I am determined we're going to do this quest. It is not all that bad. Things can be worse. I don't know how, but they could always be worse. I have no doubt of that. So, yeah, we'll go and give this another go. It's just, you know, sometimes stuff like this does happen. Alright, I'm just kind of looking at the map there to see where my friend is and making sure that we're kind of staying together. Yeah, I think one of the things that we did miss out on is doing stuff like Dead Mines together. I mean, I gave him a quote boost in the Dead Mines. The boost wasn't really a boost. It's not what it used to be in the sense of if a higher level boosts you in a dungeon, as we found out fairly early on in our gameplay series, you really don't get that much experience, but there is a boost in the sense of the gear that you I mean, the gear that you get in Dead Mines is very, I suppose, early on, and really you don't get a lot of benefit from it. But yeah, there is, I mean, I'm glad that we're here and we're both enjoying the game, and I think that's what is the most important thing. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be challenging. I'm going to have to be careful here with regards to how I respawn back in. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of eyeing up the situation here, making sure. So I chose to come this way just because I wanted to make sure that I have a good idea of where everything is in terms of enemies, and it looks pretty clear, and I have no idea how we managed to aggro all of that, because it's not here anymore. So I will summon my Felguard, which, by the way, is actually a lot more stronger than I remember it, to be honest. I know it's not a full tank type of pet, but it does hit pretty hard, so it does help with DPS. Maybe not so much with regards to holding aggro, so that is something to keep in mind. Well, I'm pretty much ready to go now, and with that, I was just looking at my inventory. I've got my little torch thing. I think that's what I'm supposed to be using, but I'm also looking at the stats and stuff just to kind of get used to what everything does here on the Warlock, all the abilities. Oh, okay, we see a Felwork there. That's fine, we can deal with it. I'll let my Felguard get the aggro on that, and then we just basically blast it from afar. I mean, just look how quickly I'm taking the health off of this Felorc. It's nuts. Okay, we got this. Oh, that's fine. Whilst he deals with that, I will set this up. So that's one of the things that is completed. I will now help him with the fell orc. Alright. And one thing I do like about the Warlock is when these NPCs want to run away, there's not really much of a chance of them getting out. Now, I really struggled with the Paladin because we don't have a ranged attack as such. And so that was really, really challenging for me. Especially when NPCs ran away. There's like only 2-3 abilities that we had, or have actually, to be fairly honest, at this point in the game, to actually cope with runners. And so it does add to the challenge. Alright, things are about to start ticking really badly for this fell orc. I'm just really, really looking at the damage it's doing. And bear in mind, this gear is really not anything special. It's just what the game gave us as a part of the boost, which I suppose there's two ways of looking at it. It's better than what I would have had if I were to have leveled up the character, in the sense of I would have probably had specific bits of gear that would have been lower level, so at least it's all of the same level, which does add to it. But then I would have also had certain parts of gear or bits of gear that would have been, you know, slightly better from stuff like dungeon runs and potential quest chains and stuff like that. But it is fairly well balanced in terms of what we get given as a result of the boost, to be honest. So it is decent. I'm happy with it. Obviously I'm going to have to change it out eventually. So we've done 2 towers out of the 4. Now the question I've got is we got to get to 2 more towers that are on the other side. So we need to navigate this area somewhat carefully. Alright, I'm just trying to pay attention here with regards to that dude. I mean, that's fine. I can deal with him from a range. Of course, the skellies aren't happy with me. So I guess it's time to use this. Oh, this might potentially end up pretty bad for me. Alright, he's dealing with skeletons there, which is fine. Oh, I'm about to die. So again, we ended up aggroing quite a bit. This is probably the end of me right now. Yep. Right, I was able to more or less save my soul. Don't know if I actually managed to pull it off. I could, if I can get the Felguard off, recover from this. Oh, it's a bit of a tight one. Oh, don't aggro another one, please. Oh dear. Right, so this is the cool thing about the Warlock. I can actually kind of die and then revive myself as a part of it. Sadly, we are in an area where it's quite dangerous, so I'm just going to have to basically use my Felguard to do the tanking for me. I don't have a lot of mana, so I need to manage that. Oh, here we go. Get that dude stunned for a bit. My Felguard, though, is going to take a bit of a beating. I think it's time for me to pull a runner. I don't think I'll be able to take all 3 of them. Now, if we were of the same level, that wouldn't have been too much of an issue, to be honest. I could have taken all 3 of them quite easily, but that 2-3 level difference means a lot of misses, more than I care on my attacks. Or better said, my attacks will have a lot of misses, which can end up being quite costly in terms of mana. And of course, the end result can be quite painful. Right, what am I going to do with this dude? I could... Okay, well, that's the end of me right here. There's a lot of bad things in this area, and a lot of them have respawned mighty quickly. I forgot how quick they respawn. And I'm just basically telling my friend there's like too many of them in one place. They're all really clumped together. Now, this is what happens when other people are doing the quest and when things respawn really quickly on top of you, especially when we're in this, like, I suppose, transition phase. It's what I'd call it. It's because we're transitioning from, I suppose, the classic World of Warcraft to the Burning Crusade. Things tend to be a bit more difficult, at least when we start off. As we progress through the story, I'm sure things will get a bit better. You know, we'll get better gear. That'll make a difference. Stuff like that. If we're fighting things of the same level, then of course, as us, that makes it a bit easier and more tolerable for fighting things of a higher level. That does add to the challenge. So currently, we are going up against creatures and NPCs that are of a higher level. So yeah, the challenge is there, and well, we just have to be super cautious here with what we do, and yeah, just keep in mind that death by respawn, I guess, will be a thing. So yeah, over there, basically the aim was, or what I was trying to do is trying to traverse the camp. I think it would have probably been a better idea if we just went back out, went all the way around. Maybe that's an option. It's just like trying to traverse this whole camp. Sadly means we are engaged in fighting too many enemies. I can see him fighting something. I just don't know what he's fighting. That's interesting. That's well interesting. Okay, I need to figure out how far I ran off here. So I was trying to basically get killed in an area where there aren't too many bad guys. But I have to go and help my friend right there, and we need to be careful with that caster down there.
I can't cast it.
Right, I'm gonna have to start stacking up dots on this dude. There we go. Let's get our soul gem. We will need that. And I think this is a good place to lick our wounds, re-heal, refill up our mana, stuff like that, and try and push forward from here.
Who dares summon me?
Okay. And let's do this. I could probably use some food as well. So, whereas with the paladin, because of having heals, I didn't have to worry too much about health. With the warlock, the story is a bit different, and he will require food to heal as well. So that is something to keep in mind. That is, for example, a bit of a difference in classes and abilities. I don't really like these. I don't even know what you call these casters that have, I was going to call them warlocks. They seem to have similar abilities. But these casters that have all those skeletons, they really are what make this area somewhat more challenging. Right, let's go and do this, dude. Oh, there we go. We've got this one right here. Got to deal with him because he's going to cause problems. Okay, luckily it didn't take too much to take that creature down. The Eye of Krylos, whatever. Alright. And so that's a tower that... No, that's not a tower. We do need to... There we go. There's a patrol dude right there. Of course he's going to aggro onto me, because of course I did dot him up. I'm going to stock up on some more soul gems. So it's all those resists that do add to the difficulty. I think we can go generally for this dude. I'll try and kite him here. Then obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a dot on him, get him to come towards me because he's a melee, type of character. Halfway towards me, I'll send in my Felguard. Does a little 3-second stun, and then, of course, dot them down. Of course, this is what happens when they run off. You end up fighting more creatures because they've aggroed something else. Alright, here we are. Perfect. Perfect. Right, we've got that. We do need to heal our Felguard. It's pretty hurt. Now, I could summon another Felguard, but I feel like if I do that, it'll cost too much mana to do that. So it's more, I suppose, mana efficient to just straight out heal him. So what we're doing is basically we are channeling life from us to the Felguard to more or less kind of top it up with health. Okay, he didn't go very far, did he? Okay, so let's create a nice little health stone there. Oh, he's gone straight for the caster, the annoying one. I'm going to use this ability right here. Try and rain down some fire on them. And I feel like it does use up my mana pretty badly when I do use that, to be honest. He didn't get very far now, did he? Of course, in his attempt to run away, we ended up with 2 more orcs on us. Here we go. And you're not getting anywhere. We got your soul. Of course, my Felguard took the brunt of it. So, I lack a Felguard. Might as well get one up. Beautiful. So, we've dealt with this problem pretty darn decently. This could have been one of those situations where everything would have pretty much, or had the potential to spiral out of control. It didn't, thankfully for us. Okay. With that said, let's get some more mana here. And I just feel like the trade-off, as it currently stands, isn't all that great. We are using up a lot of life for just a dinky little bit of mana. Okay, I am ready to go, just about. So I feel like this would be the best way to proceed. Okay, so the tower is right in front of us. We've got a little eye down there. We're gonna have to do a bit more fighting here, but I need to be careful with how I pull, especially with that caster there. I don't think we're gonna get away without fighting the caster, but I'd like to, if that is an option, just because I don't like those casters, personally speaking. But I get the feeling we are going to aggro it anyways. So I am keeping my eyes to the my eyes peeled to the right side of the screen, because that's where the caster is. Like, yeah, he has me a bit on edge. Okay. So far, so good. And if we get this done, then we're kind of done with this area. I think, from what, my personal experience, this isn't really a place we want to spend too much time. We want to get this thing done, and here we go. That is what I was trying to avoid. Alright. I mean, luckily I think we should be able to just kind of walk out and then do the last tower, which should be pretty decent. And of course we're not going to do this on foot because we want to just get the heck out of here before things start to respawn. This is really not a nice place to be when things hit the fan. Yeah. So there should be another tower, I think, out here somewhere. Yeah, okay, I see where it is. I am not going to stop for that dude. Oh yeah, we seem to have aggroed everything. We're gonna have to just keep on running for now until we pretty much lose all these NPCs. Oh. Yep. Yep. We've got all the pigs. You know, I was under the impression we had another tower to do, but I guess not, so might as well hand in the quest. I don't know why I was under the impression. I must have forgot that we did it. To be fairly honest, it is getting late. I have had a busy day, so things like this will happen from time to time. Alright. And get your soul as a gem. That'll do. Okay. Let's go and hand these in. Let's see how much XP we get off of this. Of course, you're not going to let me do that, are you? The little pigster. Alright. And he's down. We are good with this. And let's go and hand it in. I guess we ended up having to fight our way to the quest givers to kind of get it done. So I'll go for this dude right here.
Hey there.
Now he's going to want, I believe, 12 insignias. This is where the grind starts. There's two of us. And if I remember correctly, these insignias do tend to have a fairly low drop rate. So I think this will be just perfect for me.
For the Alliance.
Might as well equip it. And I guess now, looks like we don't have, or we're not entirely covered with just the boost gear, so to speak. So I could go and hand that quest in. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see what's what, but there's also the, I think we'll go and hand it in. There's also the quest down here that we have to do. So I'm looking for my friend. I'm trying to figure. Oh, there he is. on the map, and not mini map. On the map, it showed him as if it was right next to me, but I couldn't tell where he was. I was like, "Hey, where are you?" Okay. Rightio. And yeah, we don't need to fight the pigs. There's no need for that. I suppose we can change it about and try and get these orcs done, because they'll be a bit of a headache, to be honest. And I think, yeah, okay. Go on then. If you want to pick a fight with me, you're gonna have to go through my minion here. Ooh, we've got a patrol incoming. This could potentially end pretty badly. Right, pigs down. And we have a fell orc there. He shouldn't last too long. Alright. He's not happy with this. But he's down. Oh, we got a good start with the insignia. So that's a bit positive compared to when I did this with the paladin. So I'm sure I'm not gonna have much better luck with this quest here anyways, but it's nice to see that I was lucky enough to get one right off the bat. It makes it feel a bit more positive. If you know, like, I've got a higher chance. I mean, it's really demoralizing when you kill like 5 enemies and you get nothing, and you just keep killing it. It hits the morale side of things pretty badly. But when you do start off with the first kill and you get what you're looking for right off the bat, it does make it feel a bit more hopeful. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, still, you can potentially end up in a scenario where you end up killing 5 after that and not getting anything, which then takes you back down to a bit of a demoralized state, because it's just frustrating you, you know, especially when you get stuff like this that have a very low drop rate. But we just, yeah, I think the best way of doing it is just keep plowing on, just keep pushing on. You know, you'll get there eventually. All right. And I can do this from afar. I do need to drink. We got a little pally here looking at us. See, that could have been my mine, sir. That's very rude of you. Could have asked. That's fine. I don't have mining on this guy. But yeah, if I did, I would have definitely picked it up. I do have to actually work on herbalism and to get my alchemy skill up. So I don't know when I'll do that, but yeah, I think by my calculations, I should just about have the paladin up to level 70 when Death Knight is released. So that's at the end of the month. And so thereon I'll have to make a decision, because I will do a Death Knight. So I'll have to make a decision with regards to that, if I go for the Warlock in terms of leveling up after that, or for the Death Knight. I feel like I want to do the Warlock, if I'm honest. But I feel like I also might enjoy the Death Knight as well. So it's a bit of a tough decision. But I'm going to have to make one and make a decision there and make a start on it. I think because the Warlock will probably just stay in Shattrath. We'll have plenty of rested XP to take advantage of. I don't intend to play it unless I'm playing with my friend here. And I'm probably going to end up leveling my paladin before that. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's very likely that the Warlock will be the next creature? Why not call it creature? The next character that I will bring to level 70. Although, saying that, the Death Knight might be a good choice as well, because I think what I'm going to do with Death Knight is I am going to basically set up blacksmithing and mining on him. So mining and blacksmithing will be a good skill to have, which of course can be useful for the paladin class as well. So I will keep that in mind. And I guess it's a case of what do I want, what do I prefer in terms of leveling up, what will I get more benefits from. I suppose with the Warlock, I'll get the benefit of enjoying the class, but then I'm kind of worried that I'll like it too much and probably end up neglecting the Paladin. And it's going to be sad, because I really do like the Paladin class. It's a nice class to play, to be honest. And, you know, that mount on the Paladin class is actually quite nice. It was definitely a grind to get it. And I was talking with some friends in the guild, And it sounds like basically with the pre-patch, they are going to remove that quest for the mounts for both the Warlock and the Paladin. The Warlock also has a quest chain to complete to get their, I forgot what the mount is called, the 100% speed mount. Similar to basically what the Paladin has, similar in cost as well. And it'll just be one of those things that you learn from your class trainer, which, personally speaking, I don't know how I feel about that. I strongly disagree with it. I would like it to have stayed as a quest. I understand why they've chosen to take it out. I mean, you'll probably be leveling up a bit quicker, and so, you know, honestly, I feel like, but I'm going to stick to my guns and say that I feel like the mount quests should have stayed the way they are. They shouldn't be easy to achieve. I did like going around on my Paladin in Outlands and having the charger and seeing, you know, Paladin that level, I don't know, 64, 65, still riding on the old mount. It's still, it gives you a sense of achievement, you know, from several perspectives. One being that you've basically managed to get the gold to actually do the quest, and you've also completed the quest line, which, again, you know, it's just a bit of an achievement. It feels like it. Whereas after that, it'll just be like a spell, like any other spell. So I feel like the sense of achievement will disappear from it. I get it. It's a necessity. You do need that mount, and I suppose everybody should have access to it. Or should they? But, I mean, that's what I'm bringing into question. That's basically what I'm saying. I like it being difficult to obtain. And it's not like it wouldn't be unobtainable. It would just be obtainable at a higher level, if that makes sense. So once you get to 70, grind out enough gold and stuff like that, then you could probably get it. And I feel like that's the way it should have been. It's very similar to like the... I don't know what the flight skill is, but apparently it costs 5,000 gold. So, like, that's the last flying skill that you get, or the most fastest one. And that also allows you to get the epic griffins or whatever, you know, the fast flying mount. Again, it's the same thing, you know. You don't just get it when you get to 70. You actually have to grind for it. You have to save up money. You have to... And 5,000 gold is actually a lot of gold. So, yeah. I mean, this is my personal opinion. This is how I feel it should have stayed. Alright. Okay. So, we have this dude coming for us. So as you can see right here, we've been farming these guys quite a bit. And, yeah, we don't have a lot to show for it with regards to the medals. The things that we're picking up, the little acorn thing that we're picking up, whatever they are. Right, deal with this puppy right here. The talismans. Talisman. Okay, well, I guess we call it a talisman. To me, it looked more like a medal, but that's fine. Which is really interesting, right? It looks like an acorn to me, but there aren't very many trees in this area, so, you know, why? Could have been, I don't know, something else. Some of the, oh, hey, we got another wolf rider there coming through, potentially in our direction. As you can see right there, this is one of the frustrating bits with low drop rate quests. Let me just quickly get my Felguard healed up here before I actually sit down and start healing myself. My Felguard is actually quite important to me in the sense of he's the cannon fodder. He's the one taking all the damage, so I don't. Alright. So I'm looking around. The area looks pretty clear. I know there's a orc there in those ruins. I could probably pull this dude without pulling the caster. I will have to pull him towards me halfway just because he might be a bit of a runner, and that would cause problems for us. Oh, we aggroed him pretty quickly. And of course he brings a friend to the party, because why not? Oh, here we go. That's it. Whack him across the face. Macca wacka. I do like that hammer ability on the paladin, where the hammer just drops on them. I think that's well cool. I like the sound effect for it as well. I never said it whilst I was playing the class, but I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so we have this guy who's coming right for us. Nope, maybe not. He's reconsidered. Just quickly having a look here at all of the guildmates and kind of what level they are at. There's quite a few 70s, quite a few 60s, a lot of people leveling up as well. Okay, well, we can always pick on these dudes right here. And I reckon by the time we clear them out, other orcs around this area will have respawned in, so that should be fine. We are what I like to call 3 bars away from leveling up. So that is really not all that bad. I feel like from this point on, it's going to become a bit more grindy to get those last 3 bars. Just need to be careful. There's another dude right there. Try and pull him this way. Get him up, pick him up with the Felguard, get a little 3-second stun on him. And then we, oh, there we go. Just exactly what I was telling you about orcs respawning on top of us. So you just saw it happen there. Come on. Down you go. And we start draining your life. Okay, at least he was running right towards us. There we go. There's another one that just respawned on top of us because, hey, this is World of Warcraft. This is how things work. And this is why I chose to basically stick on the outskirts of this camp. Definitely don't want to be in this scenario when you're on the inside and basically find yourself surrounded by endless respawns. And that is totally a thing. That can, of course, happen. Okay. There we go. 3 talismans. Oh, yay. This is going to be a long one. This is going to be really long. So I'm trying to make... I think I'll try and grab this dude right there. I do need to be super careful though. Yep, that is what I was worried about. That's fine, my Felguard can deal with it. And of course we get this silly eye coming for us.
I don't have a target.
Alright, we dealt with it. The caster's going to be a bit of a headache there. It's fine, I can take out the caster quite easily. I guess my calculation there with regards to pulling that dude was not good. Here we go, we got the patrol dude. He's right on me. And this is how quickly things can spiral out of control. It's fine, I can fear them, so that buys me some time to actually deal with the caster and then return the fell work. Oh, my my demon basically just died out there. I could really try and take this guy down and try and summon another demon in a bit. There we go. Yeah, so this is how quickly things can spiral out of control. As you can see right now, I'm out of mana, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of wand flicking in their direction. My friend should have enough mana on him to be able to more or less take him down. I'm just kind of flicking my wand at them, trying to help with the damage. Right, let's summon our Felguard. There we go. And we are gonna need to drink some more mana drinks. Now, right now, I do realize I'm not sat in the best of places in the sense of things can end up spawning on top of us, which would probably interrupt my mana regeneration right now, which is not really ideal. I'm going off the fact right now that, to be honest, we've just recently killed everything, so they shouldn't respawn too quickly. At least in this particular area right now. We've got that dude right there. We can always go and pick a fight with him. Yep, never mind. Never mind. Things have changed. So I'm also looking at the XP, or at least the amount of XP that I require to get to the next level, and what I'm getting off the kills here in this zone is actually not half bad, to be honest. We have, more or less, just the killing stuff, gained half a bar. So the full XP bar, to me, in my mind, is split up into smaller bars, smaller sections, or bars. I have heard people refer to them as bubbles. To me, it's not a bubble. A bubble is generally spherical, in my mind, or roundish, or egg-shaped, whatever. It's generally round. To me, that looks very square. So, I guess we could call them bars, because it's kind of long ways. I refer to them as bars. So when I say XP bar, that's what I'm referring to. It's just one of those things. Okay. Deal with the little skelly there. Yeah, I never understand why people call them bubbles. To my autistic little mind, can't cope with that. It's not a bubble. It's a bar. It's a square. It's whatever you want. A rectangle more than anything. But even a square would be more fitting for it, I guess. Yeah, bubble will do just fine. Right, we are doing quite alright here, but I am going to have to shift pretty quickly because I am in an area where things will respawn back in. Of course, that dude's skeletons kind of aggroed the caster. That's fine, I'll pick up the caster because, oh, this could potentially end pretty badly. So right now, if I had mana, oh, this is not going to end too good. But the caster's going to hit pretty hard, so we do need to take out the caster really quickly. There we go, caster's down. And we can just pretty much rain of fire on them. Although that was the last bit of my mana that I used on that. But it looks like we might potentially survive this. Quickly drain this dude's life. There goes my Felguard again. Right, we are gonna be okay. We are gonna be okay. Just start wanting this dude down. I managed to put a curse on him. I don't dare use too much of my mana, but I don't dare convert too much of my life into mana because, well, things can end up pretty badly. I mean, it was pretty bad, and if you look at the level of this guy, it's 3 levels above us, so definitely going to make a big difference with regards to our spells and abilities sticking to him, more or less. So, I think I'm going to have to drink a little bit. And now, whilst we sat here, or whilst we sit here drinking, it's time for me to worry about my back. So I'll get my Felguard out. Alright, so my friends run out of mana potions. Mana potions? Mana drinks. Yeah, it's not a potion, it's a drink. So I'll give them some. I don't have too many myself, but I can definitely split a stack here. Let me just quickly do that. I know it's not a lot, but I do tend to go through mana a lot quicker than he does.
Thank you.
I mean, there's more there if I have it. We'll just basically ration it out. And yeah, I'm not going back to camp just to basically get some mana potions. We can do this without doing that. I mean, this dude is really high level. And of course, he splits into two, but these are the guys I don't like. Oh, hello. We have two of them. That is fine. When I say two, there's actually three, because obviously the rider dismounts, turning them into two NPCs that we have to fight. And they're actually quite, I mean, their pet is actually quite tanky in the sense, not tanky, but it has the exact same amount of HP as a normal mob. Because you'll fight creatures and NPCs that'll have their own little minions, but the minions are very flimsy. So take for example the casters in this area. They'll have the little skeletons. They're actually really flimsy. They're not really that scary, but they do add to the damage you take for as long as they're up. And here we go. And that's why we want to take the eye out pretty quickly. I think we're screwed here. Yep. Well, I'm out of mana. He's out of health. We're not in a good place. There we go. See if we can actually manage this. I don't think we will be able to. That's it. Get that dude stunned. And of course now we've got the little wolf on us. Right, one orc is down. Whilst my Felguard deals with the caster, I can sort of dot this dude up. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm not in a good place right now. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Once you start getting hit, it takes a lot longer to recover or cast a spell, so that should give me enough space and time to actually deal with the caster. Yeah. If I drain life on him, I think he did something that looked like... Okay, he summoned the skeleton. If I'm gonna die, I might as well die not so close to him. Or where he spawns in. So that way when I do come back, we don't just aggro everything in this area. Because by the time we get back, I'm gonna make a guess here and say that most of the stuff will be back up. So this is how slow it can be. It's fun though, don't get me wrong. I understand that some people might not like the whole kill the same thing over and over and over again, and I guess it's okay to a certain point. I would class this as a low drop rate quest type of thing, where the item that we're looking for off the NPCs does not drop very often. However, right, I'm also aware that there are quests that have a much lower drop rate, so those I find a bit frustrating. This is tolerable. I'd put this in... Oh shoot. I'd put this within tolerable measures. That's fine. My Felguard can deal with that whilst I'm safe. What the heck? How did he come up here? Where did he come from? Oh, for God's sakes, there's another caster there. Yep, things just kind of got out of hand now. And okay, I'm surprised we aggroed the skeleton. Nope. Take my words back there. I was gonna say I'm surprised. Oh, for God's sakes! I was gonna say that I'm surprised that we aggroed the skeleton, but not the caster that has the skeleton. It took a while for the game to process that, but it does appear like we did aggro the caster as well. I'm gonna try and quickly deal with this dude because my Felguard is not doing too well. I'm gonna have to go and help out. Oh, hey, I'm getting hit from him all over the place. Alright, it's my friend that's getting hit, but I don't have anything to actually do at this moment in time. Yep, I can't do anything. These respawn timers. Yeah, it must mean that other people are also killing stuff around here. Oh dear. Like, if I had a full bar of health and mana, it should have been alright, but didn't even get a chance to actually recuperate. And yeah, I mean, I suppose we could have moved away, maybe lesson learned, you know, for future reference when we die like this. I mean, we're not really in an area that I would feel initially that it would be that dangerous. I think it'd be a lot worse if we were inside the camp. We're literally on the outskirts of the camp. But yeah, this is how things can end up. Yeah, just a brief translation of what's going on in the chat between me and my friend. We're basically just kind of discussing, you know, just saying, you know, don't feel guilty kind of thing. It's just what it is. It's one of these areas that likes to have a quick respawn rate. I haven't really seen any other players, and so I can't explain why they respawn that quick. There might be players up in the camp itself, which, you know, then that would affect why they respawn so quick on top of us. Maybe we're just taking too long doing this. That's also a possibility. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it. It's just, currently speaking, it is quite late at night, and I'm tired, he's tired. Maybe, you know, in our closed mind, we think we're doing this quick, but we're not really doing it. I guess I'll see if that's the case when I edit the footage. But to me, it doesn't feel like we're spending too much time in the area. We're killing decently quick. And it feels like they are respawning rather quick as well. So, yeah. So, it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm sure we'll quickly outgrow the area. And then, you know, on top of that, he's already aggroed everything there. On top of that, you know, these things are higher level than us. So, it does add to the challenge of survivability. I'm going to get my Felguard out before I do anything. Oh, hello. These guys are back. No. I said Felguard, I meant my horse. My horse. I'll go and help him out because he's fighting an orc. I have just enough mana to be able to assist. Summon my Felguard. We should be alright and in a fairly decent spot, I think. The smart way to proceed going forward is we just stick and pick all the NPCs on the further outskirts of this area because, yes, they're spawning too quickly. And it's not a big issue dying, but with each death we take, it'll come to a repair bill. I just heard vibrations on the ground and realized there was a Fel Reaver. We don't really want to get trampled by one of those. I have not yet been trampled by one of those, and I would like to keep my record clean. Eventually, I will pick a fight with one of those. Just not now. Alright, I think we are in a fairly decent spot for this, so yeah. We shouldn't really have many problems. I'm still being very cautious with this area. Just because, hey, this is World of Warcraft and unexpected things can, of course, happen. But I think I'm going to call it a day here, folks. We're going to end this video here. Thank you all so much for joining me in this episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed playing it. I'm not sure what we're going to do going forward here, me and my friend. If there is anything else that we'll do together, I will, of course, record it and let you guys know. I don't think we're going to finish this quest, to be honest. Not tonight, at least. Or if we'll finish it, we'll do it separately. It's just too damn grindy, and I think we're both kind of feeling the burn of exhaustion, if that makes sense. We're both a bit tired, and I think basically we're just going to call it a night. I might do some stuff on the paladin maybe, but again it'll be all crafting things and stuff. Nothing too demanding, no questing or anything like that. So yeah, I think we're just basically going to end it with this. Thank you all so much for joining me in this episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe folks.